recent headlines have brought food safety into focus. There was that E. coli outbreak linked to McDonald's that sparked fresh concerns among moms wanting to keep their families safe. It's another reminder that from the grocery store to the dinner table, we want to make sure every bite our family takes is safe and healthy. A lot of that does feel out of our grip or out of our control. So today we're asking Studio 5 health contributor Miki Eberhardt to share ways we can prevent, to the best of our ability, foodborne illness, as well as getting her take on a few other new developments in the food and nutrition world overall. It's Ask Miki. I like this game.
I love Ask Miki.
I like this game. I'll stick to health and nutrition today.
Okay.
There's a lot I could ask you about.
We could keep going on other topics.
We could. Foodborne illness, though. Moms and I think parents, people in general, just concerned about the safety of what's going in our mouth, in our system. Should we be worried about those recent headlines?
You know, it's so interesting because we don't think about it until a headline like this pops up.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, could this happen in my kitchen with the food that I'm making? And the reality is, yes, it could, but I think that we typically take the right precautions so that we don't. And one of those is, you know, this was an onion thing that happened, and I actually was like trying to do this deep dive, like, how did the onions get it to this?
And this is
no
where
it's
where we feel so out of control. Because if you're seeking outside food sources, the reality is you have limited control in the options and the selection.
Correct, correct. So the things we have control over, Brooke, always washing our hands when we're prepping food.
Sure.
Easy, right? The other thing, especially as we head into Thanksgiving season and family meals and cooking long periods of time, is just remembering the temperatures. Getting a food thermometer, so it's you know, the bottom line, 145 degrees if it's beef, pork. If it's ground beef, then that's 160, and if it's any poultry, 165. A thermometer is a great way to, number one, not overcook things or undercook. Who likes to cut it open and be like, oh, pink. But also, then it's safe. And the other one there is the leftovers or the things that sit out. We have this danger zone that's from, you know, 40 degrees up to 135 degrees. 70 is kind of more like in that middle where stuff can grow. That's where bacteria thrives.
What a lovely way to say it. Stuff can grow.
Stuff can grow.
I'm glad I asked Miki.
But this is a great time when it cools down. You can put the pot out on the porch and cool it down quicker.
And not think about it.
Yes.
So, and that thermometer sometimes feels like an extra step because you can see a lot from the naked eye. You've cooked enough that you think you know, but it's a quick temperature test.
It is so easy, and it will help you be a better cook. It really will.
Another avenue of this, I find myself thinking, I'm so glad that there are, it seems, two people in most marriages, one who cares about expiration dates and one who does not, right? They marry each other.
So true.
So when Mark cleans out the fridge, I feel like we're safe.
Yes,
I feel like we're doing good.
Yes, we had a text yesterday among neighbors, like, does anyone have cream cheese? Mine expired. You know.
Yeah, just a good reminder overall. There are a few other health and wellness, nutrition topics and headlines that your clients are asking you about. We're curious about as well. We know your take. We've done lengthy conversations on BMI. Right? Yeah, not a fan around here. Now there's this BRI acronym being introduced. What is that?
So BRI stands for Body Roundness Index.
Okay.
And the problem with BMI, Body Mass Index, that we know about, is it's just height to weight. It doesn't tell us where the weight's coming from, where it's stored, which are the risk factors for chronic disease. Not that you have weight, but where it's stored. And so the BRI, Body Roundness Index, takes into account height, weight, like BMI, but also two measurements with a tape measure, your waist circumference and a hip circumference.
What does that tell?
That tells us where you store your fat, right? Fat through the midsection can tend to, I mean, studies will show it, a higher risk for chronic disease. It's harder on the organs if the fat is through here. And so when you do, there's online calculators, you can plug those things in. The closer that number is to 0 means the more round your body is, likely the higher risk for chronic disease. And so it's not that you can't have curves by any means, but there's a range and, you know, graphs and everything. They're like, hey, you kind of want it to be within these certain numbers depending on age, height, weight, gender, those kinds of things.
And does the second measurement, the hips, sort of take into proportion?
Exactly.
Right, so curves become a little more balanced or within context.
That's exactly right.
Do you feel better about the BRI?
Yes, I would love. I mean, BMI is based off a Belgian mathematician who wanted to figure out the normal male body.
I can't even, now that you've taught us the history.
And why do we, why?
Wild.
So including something that actually is happening with the body shape.
Yeah.
I would love for
I didn't think I've had a physical reaction when you said the word roundness, but I did. Different
roundness.
Different
is
roundness.
Always acceptable.
Okay, another headline out there, eating before or after a workout. And I'm sort of surprised. I'm not a big breakfast person, and morning is the time when a lot of people try to get in that exercise. So this has never been like a huge internal conflict for me. But for a lot of people, they want to know if there's a benefit or if it's more advantageous one or the other.
And I think it's becoming, we're seeing it more now because people are trying to kind of biohack their health, which is a different topic for another day. But so it's like, what is the best thing here? You know, and the answer is depends. And that depends on how long my workout's going to be.
Okay.
If it's going to be longer than an hour, I probably need to eat something before.
To sustain.
Yes. If I work out really early in the morning and it's like, well, I'm not going to wake up earlier to eat, then it depends on your workout. Because if you can get through your workout and you have energy and you feel great, carry on. If you tank halfway through and I'm like, I got 3 more, but I don't have the energy to get through, your workout is suffering because you didn't fuel yourself before.
Okay.
So even just, a yogurt, a piece of toast, a little bit of peanut butter on it, half a banana, something to get some fuel in the fire.
Yeah.
To carry you through a better workout.
So not quite as simple as there is no right or wrong, it's what's right for you.
Exactly.
What's right for you.
What fits best. And after, everybody needs after. Within an hour after you eat protein and carbs.
Within an hour?
Yeah.
Okay, we're
2
putting
at the
a clock
max,
on it.
but an hour's shown to be most advantageous.
Just to refuel.
Yes,
Okay.
replacing that glycogen that you just burned through.
Okay, AI entering our lives in all sorts of ways,
Yes.
and this is one question that's popping up in the nutrition sphere. Is AI going to be helpful, or how do you foresee it being helpful?
So this is really interesting, and I see it as a great tool, and also it should come as a statement. ChatGPT, all of these types of AI programs come with a disclaimer not to use it for medical, health, financial advice unless it's signed off by a professional because it can get some things wrong.
Are you worried about that, people turning to that source?
We've seen it already. You know,
Yeah.
we've seen like chat lines go to AI and have them give totally wrong information and have to scale back. Where this can be kind of fun to play with, Brooke, is budget. Like the more content you give AI, the better it is. The more just like questions I need it within these parameters. Like if I'm trying to have seven, like a week of meals, 3 meals a day for vegetarian woman within a budget of $150, and this is what's in my pantry already, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It can like spit that out for you.
We can be our most complicated self to AI, and it will
and
help.
it'll be like, let me send you
gotcha.
some answers.
I gotcha, you
Yes.
complicated woman. That is exciting to think about.
It is, and there's obviously some flaws. You know, it's not going to give you maybe perfect portions or things like that. And sometimes where they're getting their financial is a little bit different. It could be more or less, but it's fun to play with.
Juicy topics, and always grateful for your solid answer, sister. Thank you so much.
Thank you.